Hey, what's up? I'm Greg.
And I am the Beerbarian.
Yeah, you kind of look like the Big Show.
The Big
the
Show.
WWE.
Yeah, well, like I don't know, maybe like a Viking, less fat, subtly less obnoxious version of the Big Show, right? Okay, fine, I'll take it.
Yeah, for sure.
He was badass.
He was badass. So, did you watch WWE growing up?
I did for a little while. I actually, there was a guy named Dr. Death, Steve Williams. He was kind of a little bit older. 80s, early 90s era. He came back, and I used to hang out with his daughter for a while. She was smoking hot. That was like way back in the 90s, so she might not be that hot anymore. It's hard to say.
I would say my favorite female right now is Maurice.
Now I don't currently follow, so I don't know. But
yeah.
So she's currently a WW. Is it the? No, it's not the World Wildlife Federation. It's the
World Wrestling Entertainment.
There we go.
Yeah.
World Wrestling Entertainment. That's what it is. Yeah.
But I actually think she got let go out of her contract, but she's married to The Miz, and which is a WWE
he's kind of that
wrestler.
obnoxious jerk, sort of.
Yeah. I boss.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So, I mean, she comes out with him during the shows, but yeah. Did you ever consider? This is kind of a dumb question, but did you ever consider wrestling
Awkward
growing
interviews. I wrestled in high school. I did Greco-Roman, so I had on the fancy unitard sort of thing. Those are really sexy, especially for skinny high school kids.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do recall at some point thinking being a professional wrestler would be awesome, but I didn't pursue it. I pursued beer.
Pursued beer. How did you end up pursuing beer?
Well, you start by drinking plenty of it, and then kind of the way I got in it professionally. I'd been a bartender and bar manager and whatnot for a long time, and then I started working for Red Lodge Ales Brewing Company. Those guys, Sam Hoffman over there, the owner, founder, has been a buddy of mine for a long time, and when he built his new place, he was like, I need a guy who's loud and drinks a lot of beer. And that was basically my qualifications. And I hopped in, and his wife said I needed a job title. And she said, how about Beerbarian? It went on my business card, and it's still on my business card.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your favorite type of beer?
I tend to be a malt beer kind of guy, so I like Scottish ales, Doppelbocks, porters, that sort of thing. Really, my very favorite thing is a Rauch beer, which is a German-style smoked malt beer. So the beer, it actually has it almost tastes like you brewed it with bacon, which is like brewing it with little driplets of heaven.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a dark beer type fan or a Guinness or any of that stuff.
Yeah, well, you know what they say. There's no such thing as strong beer, only weak men.
All right, yeah.
That's what I say anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Where do we go from there?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just more of like the taste. And,
I hear you.
Yeah.
You got a little sissy tongue. It's fine. It's cool. I'm just messing with you, man. Just giving you a hard time.
I'm a pretty skinny dude.
Yeah, no, you're not that skinny, man. You definitely got some pudge going on. Come on, fist bump. I'm just giving you a hard time.
What's your worst experience drinking beer?
Worst experience drinking beer. Gosh, very worst. Boy, well, yeah. All right, I got it. So the beer isn't usually what makes things worse. It's what you start after you've had enough beer and you start making, less intelligent judgment calls. And by the end of the night, you start doing things called chili Willies. Yeah, we should have tried doing one of those on the air. That'd have been awesome. Where essentially, you take some vodka and you chill it down to something around 0 degrees Kelvin, and then you snort it. Dead silence. That's exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's awful. It's essentially like getting waterboarded, having an aneurysm, a stroke, a seizure, a brain freeze, and drowning all at the same time. It's truly terrible. If you snort it up your right nostril, the whole left side of your face goes slack. It's really bad. So, but it's totally worth it to do it a second time because you know how awful it's going to be, that it's only going to last, like 5-10 seconds. Whereas the person doing it for their first time seriously believes that you have killed them, that they are going to die right there in the bar. Bar stools get knocked over, hats fly off, people start screaming, and it's a terribly beautiful sight.
So this is real?
Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people I've gotten to do this. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, that's crazy. I'd be dead. So there's a video of you.
Okay.
And you're slicing beer cans. You're like Mr. Miyagi off of the Karate Kid.
Yeah.
With that bottle, except it's like 50. Well, not 50, but it's like
12. Yeah.
12.
I mean, that's
PBRs.
Counting's not one of your skills, obviously, but it's all right. No, yeah. I was over at Zombie Tools in Bozeman. So these guys make very practical equipment for the zombie apocalypse. Notice I said practical and zombie apocalypse in the same sentence there. So these guys, they make some seriously cool stuff, axes and swords and whatnot. And working with Cardinal Distributing here, I also happen to sell a lot of PBR. So the guys at Zombie Tools drink a lot of PBR. So PBR donated a bunch of canned beer to the cause, if you will. And so we had a solstice party out there, and essentially we drank beer, filled them up with water, and then got extremely dangerous, sharp objects and began swinging them around like maniacs. And it was awesome. I was going to I attempted and succeeded at setting the record for most PBR cans decapitated in one swing with a Kraken battle axe. So. Yeah, pretty sure they're going to put it in the Guinness World Records, that book.
Well, it was awesome. Crazy. I mean, I saw the video, and there's did it take you a couple tries, or was
that was my third attempt at 12 cans, yeah. So 3 tries. The first one I got kind of high and missed the last one. The second one was a total, complete failure. And the third one was pretty awesome. They slowed it down. There were some earlier videos that were full speed, which looked pretty cool. But when they did it in slow-mo like that, it was really cool.
So where can you go to check out this video?
So it's on my, you can go to Zombie Tools, to their Facebook page. It's been shared something close to 15,000 times. So it's all over social media. You can go to my Facebook page, facebook.com/Doug the Beerbarian, or on Instagram at Beerbarian. We just posted it up there, so it's got that. It's only about a 10-second video, but yeah, it's pretty rad.
Okay, so my question. So if you had the chance to move to like Ireland or Scotland,
Iceland.
Yeah.
The land of ice and snow. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I hear the gals are tall and leggy over there as well. So, and they eat fermented sharks, which is rad.
But yeah, dude. I mean, you seem like a really awesome dude. I mean,
thanks. I'm already married, so I mean, I appreciate it.
No. Yeah, man. I mean, do you plan on going back to the question about when you slice the beers? Well, it wasn't the question, but going back to that subject, do you want to do more beers? Or are you going to attempt to do more beers? Or are you
I attempted 18 cans that night. So generally, when we're out there doing that, we kind of increase by increments of 6. So I went up to 18. But what happens is there's definitely a point of diminishing returns as you're drinking the PBRs to empty them for slicing. There comes a point where the axes start getting a little wobbly, and then even the maniacs over at Zombie Tools will decide maybe it's time to put the really sharp objects away until the children are gone.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess that's that. I mean,
that's it. That's what we want. Yeah. Right on. Beer, axes, pudges. I think we've covered pretty much everything. Yeah.
Dude, like I said, no, I'm straight, by the way.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, well, I mean, hey, whatever works for you, man. I mean, I'm wearing a skirt, so I mean,
like I said, you're awesome, dude.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Thanks for everything, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. It was a good time.
For sure.
All right, bro. We'll see you.
Bye.